Greetings, YouTube. LMS Tactical here. Listen, this message goes out to really everybody in America specifically, and more importantly, South Africa right now, because South Africa is sort of the canary in the coal mine when it comes to the rest of the civilized world. Somebody, shut up. Somebody, not me, came up with the term, and you see it in America a lot on bumper stickers and shirts, and I'm sorry for I got some kind of chest cold going on, but the term 3%ers, and that term comes from the statistic, the concept that when a society is required to rise up and take its country back from corrupt government, from anarchy, civil war, anything that begins to tear a particular society down. It's been proven throughout history that there are literally only 3% of the population that will do something about it. The rest of the population might complain about it. They might gnash their teeth and pull their hair out and be upset and talk about things. But when the rubber meets the road, and when it comes down to putting bullets on targets, to taking back your country by force, only 3% of the population will rise to the occasion. And so here in the United States, we have people that consider themselves 3%ers. I consider myself a 3%er to a degree, meaning that if the government or anybody, outsiders, some other country, the United Nations, whatever, if they came in and were trying to impose their will against our Constitution, then I wouldn't be sitting here making videos no matter how old I was. I would give my life behind a weapon to protect the freedoms that this country was founded on. And so my question to you, and it's not meant to be a manipulation, it's a question that you need to ask yourself, is where do you fall in terms of where you're at in that percentage breakdown? Are you a 3%er? When it comes, let's look at South Africa. When it comes down to it, your country is in chaos. Now, I'm not suggesting that you take up arms today and go out and start whacking people. But when it starts to get into full-blown blood on the streets, I mean, it's pretty close right now. But when it's just tidal waves of xenophobic murders going on, and they're coming for you, they're coming for your city, when your country turns against you, when the government turns against you, and let's face it, your government's not helping you in South Africa, what will you do? Will you stand your ground in your home and protect what's yours, your family? I'm not saying that that's bad. Some people, that's just what they do. Or will you do what the American farmers did and the American settlers did when the British came? And I understand that, no offense, but because of the South African family that's living with me now, and their kids are in high school here, I realize that they were not taught in South Africa anything about American history. Not that they should, but I mean, America has a bloody history on its own soil in terms of our Revolutionary War and our Civil War. A lot of blood has been spilled. So the people here in America, we had to lay down their farming tools and pick up their muskets, their rifles, and make a decision, and they left their families and they went and fought and died protecting the concept of America. And as a result, I'm sitting here today making this video. So the question that I have for you, and you don't have to answer it, it's one for you to think about, is at what point do you decide, or what point do you become a 3%er, or do you not become a 3%er? I would hope that you don't just remain a bystander, because bystanders become victims. Hopefully you have some sort of action in store, especially if you're going to stay in South Africa. And if you're in America, ask yourself, at what point do you become somebody that's kinetic, somebody that gets involved, somebody that's willing to lose everything so that other people can have everything? I don't know. Maybe I'm not being articulate enough. It's still early. I haven't had any coffee, but just think about that and give yourself the answers. And if you want to share them on the video, great. And don't forget that tomorrow is the big debate with it's going to be on another YouTube channel, Ronaldo House. Check that out. And I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. I hope it'll be interesting. And I'll see you guys there. In the meantime, stay safe. LMS Tactical, I'm out.